Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where I tell you what trades I'm taking and what to expect next in the Bitcoin price chart. So without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So following from the last update, I was very bearish, expecting lower, and we can even see what that looked like visually. Drew a line straight down, expecting our big levels to be hit. I believe the thumbnail was also highlighting that key bit here. You can see here where it's pointing towards the lower targets. If I can zoom in a little bit, you can see that here, okay? So that was this video made from a day ago. So since then, going from that level, we've seen the large drop into the level I've been speaking about, the $87,000 region to this zone here. Now, I like to say it's a zone because it is a zone. And you're probably wondering, have I entered a trade yet? The answer is no, okay? Now in this video, I'm actually staring fresh at these charts. I was out today, so we're taking a look and I'm gonna be deciphering if I'm gonna be taking a position. If I do, how am I going to go about this? Where's my invalidation? All that sort of stuff. So you guys can follow along with me, okay? So let's just start with the bare bones chart to see what we're looking at on the chart here. So we had a bear flag actually form, okay? So you can see we have this typical bear flag form. You go up, you come down, you go up, and then you reject back to the downside. Now, what has happened since then is we've hit into some of those key levels I was speaking about. So the first one was the Fibonacci pull. That Fibonacci pull is the level we're in right now. That is also a zone where there's a little small fair value gap sitting right over here at $85,000. And right now we're dropping lower. You can see that, okay? So we're trading at the golden zone in this little range here. So this little range, the bounds of this range are ranging from 85,500 to 86,200, okay? So this is our little range currently. And if you want to look at it on a pivot wick level, you can see from here to here is what we'd be looking at, okay? So we're just trading in the midline of this range, around the POC of this range, this little small range here. So let's look at where would be a good place to buy if we're looking at a buy. Now, like I said, everything's reactionary. You don't just, when you reach a level of importance, you don't just take a trade. You wait for what you want to see. We definitely went lower than the targets I had, which was $87,000. So we did have a bounce to 87,500, and we rejected off that. And we've come about lower, regardless of the fact I've been talking about these levels. So day level is also wiped out, so we can remove that. And if we go zoom out, we can see where our levels here. So we got daily, that's still in place. We can take that away. That's it. So the volume, this is another big one. The volume's another big one. So the value area lows here, we're currently beneath that. We are trading, we bounced off this region here, which is a resistance support. Not the greatest at all. So the volume is a little bit relevant here. We still have a level of resistance here if we do bounce back, which is $87,000, which would be a TP1 zone. So where are we going to bounce most likely coming from the back to what we've just seen? We've got a wick low here. We can just leave that and we write wick low. We'll change that white. We'll change that white there too. So wick lows. So there's also one down here. Okay. So the levels I'm specifically looking at right now are going to have to be, yep, that's also important. 618's there, yep. And then we also have the 786. Okay. So guys, if we lose this current region we're at right now, okay, my next target for a trade is here. Bear in mind, I have not yet taken a trade. Now my level of interest to take this trade is going to be, I would like to see specifically, if we just zoom out here, look at this. I would like to see us break above this high and claim in here. So we can start to change that market structure for a bullish reversal, okay? Right now, we're just trading within the zone. If you were to take a trade, it would have to be down at this region for a scalp along. But taking a trade just at the POC is not like a good trade to take. Now, if we choose to drop lower, which is definitely possible, $83,000 is the level I'm looking at, okay? Now, if we lose that, then we have our bigger range, which we've got, which is coming in from the highs to the lows. You can see this is very well respected. If we just take all these levels off, you can see we've got the midpoint that has a lot of bounces, which shows that it's very valid. So bounce. So the objective for that target would be this low target down here. So if we're to slap the magnet tools on, which is, I'm a big proponent of magnets. Right now we have our support here. We have another level of support down here and one more down here. And I would say I would like to see this level hold, but I'm not going to take a trade just yet on the basis of this. Although I am liking what I'm seeing so far for a little bounce, at least. Let's look at momentum and see what we're looking at here. Let's start with the 4-hour chart. Actually, daily would probably make more sense to me. All right, so daily-wise, we've got our waves. Remember I was talking about the waves of indecision here. So the waves of indecision were here, choppy, choppy, and then now we're seeing the bigger drop. This one might scoop here, it might scoop a bit lower, but I would say around this region we should start to see a bottom. I don't just see it skimming right the way through. So that's what I have to say there. Now, I'm going to pull up another chart, which I think is also relevant. If we look at liquidity and where it's residing, 2-hour downside, there isn't as much right now. So the upside is definitely more favorable for trading. So upside liquidity resides there. And then really up to 80, like I said, 87,000 is your first TP since there's a lot of stuff there. Then moving to $90,000. So around this region, I'd expect a low to form. Not taking up my position yet. I want to see some different order flow here. I would like to see some bullish order flow. Right now, it's rather neutral. So if we can see a lot of shorts enter at this low, but price holds, and we start to get a claim above, I'm going to start to really ladder in. Right now, we're neutral, nothing crazy. We could take out these lows once again. Let's just see the likelihood of that happening though. Because if we've got a lot of longs, then we might stop them out. So that's actually a good level too. That's very good because there's $10 million worth of shorts here. Trapping them would be very bullish. We've got 7 million longs, 1 mils. Okay. So nothing crazy, more neutral here, I would say. So I actually would like to see a sweep of the lows again. But yeah, nothing crazy going on here in the order flow. So we might stuff around for a bit, maybe take this out. I would just say this region though, I'm liking this region as a whole. So just this whole spot, I'm considering laddering in. Just not yet. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I'm going to wait for my confirmations to be hit. So you can see my targets here, okay? Let's say we bounce here. Our first level is going to be around $87,000, like I said. Then we have a few of the levels here, value area low, 88. And our big one at $90,000, which also coincides with what the liquidation chart was showing me. So that's what I'm currently looking at. I hope that's pretty clear. You can also see we had that, we were going into that range here. The bands of the VWAPs like this, and then we broke down, coming back in, broke down here. So now we're in a deviation zone, which is very, very good. So if we even track on a Bollinger Band, you can see that we've definitely hit a range out. So yeah, we're definitely on the exorbitant side, which is more akin to this sort of stuff, which is what you want to see for reversal. So I would just be waiting personally a little bit. I really want to see this in this region. Then I'm going to be taking a position for the reversion back up. At the end of the day, this is a range. This entire thing's a range. We have a lower band here, which is very valid. So that's our last good level of good support. And then obviously these lows can be taken out. So I'll probably extend that a bit longer. Don't want to see it go down there personally. I like this low. The reason I like this low is because it hit the monthly level. I don't want to see us break the monthly. I really don't. Because that would raise much more lower targets for me. So yeah, go around this level, get the reclaim above the value area low, which would look something like this, and then resume back up, change our market structure. It'd still be bullish market structure. It just had a decent breakdown. And then, yeah. What could also happen is we could also form a range here, chop around and then go down again. And then around this time frame, towards the end of December, we could take out these lows, build liquidity, and then drop and then reclaim it back above. That's also likely. But my line in the sand for invalidation is this low. I don't want to see us be dropping here. Scalp trades very viable here. You could take a swing scalp, but I'm not really interested. I'm taking this day by day. So if you're in a short, I would consider taking profits on that short already. And I have some friends that are in shorts, but I'm advising them to take profits because they're nearing that point where you'd expect a support to start to come in. But I think the majority, like the main thing here is just not to panic. Don't worry. Don't stress about it. Just be patient. I'm not going to enter just yet. I'm going to wait a bit longer. Yeah, that's currently what I'm looking at. Let's just keep zooming in. Price is forming one of these little these little triangles, building liquidity to the downside, also building liquidity to the upside. So it spikes around a bit around here. So that's what I'd expect. Just ranging, I would say. So I'm not too keen on any entries yet. Let the market decide where it wants to go. I'm not scared of missing out on anything either. So yeah, other than that, I hope my levels are clear. We're definitely in the support zone now. The next support zone is down here and here. And then from here, we'll keep you updated, because if you've been following along, you've been seeing that we've been pretty correct with anticipating what moves were to happen. We're definitely now in that zone now. So that's very important. Anyway, guys, what I advise you to do, go to the links below and use these for Bybit, WEEX trading. You can go there. Also, I will link my Telegram in the description below for trading insights. You can get that there. And leave comments down below. I'm happy to answer questions that you guys have. And let me know if you like this new editing style. Also, we were highlighting these levels here, so you can see that there. Welcome back to the channel where I tell you what trades I'm taking and what I'm expecting next. Without further, so we're really trying to stay up with the content here, take it day by day. So without further ado, guys, I will catch you in the next update. For now, I will be signing out, and I'll see you guys next time. Also, check out the Moon Show. You can see the videos and streams I've done there, and also Beyond the Block episodes down at Ainsley Bullion. All right, guys, catch you guys in the next update.